On September 24, 2022, NASA's Ingenuity Mars helicopter encountered an unidentified object while traveling to Mars. The object, which was attached to the helicopter, left them bothered. As shocking as it may sound, astronomers or any spacecraft traveling into the vastness of space must be prepared for unexpected encounters. Celestial bodies can be just around the corner, from small asteroids to enormous galaxies. But astronomers have to be careful. They might run into some unwelcome objects. NASA's Ingenuity helicopter journey to Mars.
Humans just flew a helicopter on Mars.
In case you didn't know, NASA has been sending rovers to Mars in an effort to find life on the red planet. In July 2020, NASA's Ingenuity and rover Perseverance embarked on their journey to Mars, where they landed in February 2021. This is the first time a helicopter has flown in another planet in history. On the other hand, rover Perseverance is intended to search for any signs of life on the planet. Meanwhile, Ingenuity is intended to be a test for future flying machines on Mars. With the Perseverance rover mission, NASA's Ingenuity Mars helicopter recently had its 33rd flight launch on September 24, 2022. The helicopter flew at a height of roughly 10 meters and traveled about 111 meters before landing. And guess what? With just about 55 seconds, it was able to land its flight.
The Mars helicopter is designed to show that we can fly powered helicopter flight in the Martian atmosphere.
NASA's Ingenuity Mars helicopter is a robotic helicopter successfully deployed during the Mars 2020 mission. It is NASA's first ever autonomous drone to fly on another planet, and it'll be crucial to gather data about Mars. The helicopter has been designed to take advantage of the thin Martian air and fly several dozen meters above the surface, where it'll collect valuable data about Mars's weather patterns and meteorology using its own instruments as well as those aboard the Curiosity rover. There is no doubt that potential life on Mars has been a big project by scientists. The search for life in outer space has been a long and difficult journey. Although scientists have detected signs of life on other planets, it is not always clear what we're looking at. Ingenuity-class helicopters are being used by the Endurance rover mission to collect samples and transport them to a rocket for launch back to Earth. Thanks to their hard work, they've made some amazing discoveries. And above all, what they've just found is even more suspicious. It's even more intriguing than they had anticipated. It was discovered during its latest flight over Mars. What happened is that they had a successful launch, but then they had an unexpected passenger. Now, the question is, what could that be? Mysterious foreign object debris. Well, for most horror stories, what scares you is the idea that a ghost might ride with you in the passenger seat. But in outer space, I guess it's more horrifying if an extraterrestrial just came dangling in your flights. According to the Twitter account of NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, they wrote that there is something on your foot, referring to the Mars helicopter. Shortly after Ingenuity took off, foreign object debris, or an acronym of FOD, mysteriously appeared almost halfway through the entire video. The helicopter's navigation camera, or NavCam, captured images of the helicopter taking off with a piece of debris hanging from one of its legs. Since the navigation camera is positioned on the bottom of the rotorcraft, it's likely that one of Ingenuity's forefeet will appear in a corner of the images. However, most of the parts of the vehicle can't be seen because it's out of range. The object appeared in one corner and seemed to flop around during the flight, but it eventually drifted away and floated off into the planet's surface. According to scientists, they couldn't confirm what's that foreign object debris yet. NASA's speculation to the discovery. Various speculations arise. Scientists are speculating about what the object could be. One theory is that it's a piece of space junk due to its transparent color and structure, just like plastic. Meanwhile, some others say that it's Martian toilet paper because it's a cloth-like object and winding and was just unintentionally attached. Well, our question, is it just really an object? Or perhaps a creepy creature? And the worst part is, maybe alien debris. The NASA team was concerned because they didn't know what it was or how it got there. And if you think about it, this is entirely surprising. Most of what we know about our solar system comes from studying objects that we have already seen, not ones that pop out of nowhere. So far, astronomers haven't been able to identify exactly what this thing is, but other experts and scientists have more ideas as well. According to scientists from Space Agency, this could be debris from an unidentified flying object, or more commonly referred to as UFO. Some experts also claim that this could be the awaited evidence that could testify they had already found life on Mars. After all, the Perseverance rover's mission is to really find alien life on Mars, although they need to further investigate to confirm such speculations. In an effort to solve this mystery, the Ingenuity and Perseverance Mars 2020 teams respond that they are now working to investigate the source of the debris. In spite of that, NASA officials said that all telemetry from the flights and post-flight search and transfer are nominal and show no indication of vehicle damage. However, NASA's blog post stated that their main concern about foreign object debris is that it can somehow pose a risk to current and future missions. That's why the Perseverance and Ingenuity teams documented all the debris to make sure it doesn't affect or either contaminate collected samples of the mission of the Perseverance rover. Actually, according to NASA, this isn't the first time they had encountered foreign object debris. NASA rovers occasionally observed objects that don't appear to fit the typical Martian landscape. In July, the Ingenuity and Perseverance team discovered a tangled mass that they believed to be trash and labeled it as Mars spaghetti. Given that it resembles a web of strings, some people call it seaweed and give it the name spaghetti. They carried out more research and discovered it was actually netting constructed from thermal blankets. These blankets control the temperature of the Mars-bound robot's equipment. So technically, it was just debris from the machinery. Even though the single-serving Martian spaghetti dish seems safe, it does impose questions about how much garbage Mars missions are leaving behind on the planet. To stop the spread of earthly germs in space, NASA and other space agencies disinfect spacecraft before launching them on missions. Interplanetary trash as treasures. Over the last 50 years, the explorations on Mars have been disposing human waste on the said planet. Data show that approximately 7,000 kilograms of trash are littered on Mars. Imagine the weight of a truck, that's how heavy that is. Are you in favor of astronomers leaving trash on another planet? NASA also acknowledged that the Perseverance Mars rover had discovered a piece of garbage that had been thrown after its landing. One proven sample is the tangled web of nets or the Mars spaghetti. Moreover, this is not the first time trash has been discovered on Mars by researchers. That's because there's a lot of human debris out there, and scientists are sometimes confused about their own trash. On the bright side, did you know that scientists consider interplanetary trash as treasures? Yes, it's true. According to scientists, future human civilization on Mars will cherish our space litter. This could serve as an artifact or could also be a scientific study or evidence for space archaeologists. Since humans are about to consider living on Mars, space litter could testify that humans set footprints on Mars. If the shocking discovery of NASA is indeed alien debris, then the findings would be groundbreaking. It would represent the first time humans have ever made contact with extraterrestrial life. NASA's Ingenuity Mars helicopter debris discovery may not still be confirmed, but all the various speculations and possibilities had left us closer to the answer. Have you had a change of mind? Do you really think this is still an alien remains or perhaps human junk? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.